It's Jabari Young here with MainlineMediaNews.com, here with Fox Sports MLB analyst Ken Rosenthal right before the playoffs start. Phillies, Reds, first round. I don't have to say who you got, right? I think everybody knows. I mean, the Phillies are just being the team. They're the team to beat now in the MLB. What do you look forward to in this series that the Phillies may have some trouble with that anyone's not talking about?
The one thing, Jabari, that we're all looking forward to is seeing Aroldis Chapman, the great Cuban rookie, a left-hander, pitch against the Phillies' great left-handed hitters in the late innings, and that's something that could be really exciting. This kid has thrown 105 miles per hour this year, and it would be fun watching Howard and Utley and even Ibanez go against him. The Reds have 4 lefties in their bullpen, so that's the one counter they have. They're going with all righties in their rotation, but they do have the lefties, and they do have Mr. Chapman.
That's right. But the Phillies have Mr. Holliday. I mean, a guy who probably will be the Cy Young Award winner. I mean, unless anybody else has anything to say about that. But Holliday going up against his Reds team, I mean, a lot of people are going to say, you know, look, Holliday, Oswald, Hamels, I mean, who's messing with that rotation? But the Reds lineup, I mean, Joey Votto, Jay Bruce, those guys aren't, you know, no average slug. There's some pretty good hitters. Joey Votto may even be, you know, the NL MVP, depending on how it goes. So is this lineup going to have a trouble with this Phillies rotation?
Good question. And they did lead the league in runs scored. The Reds did. Phillies were second with all their injuries. And with Votto and Bruce and Rolen and just their overall depth, they can do some things. Brandon Phillips is a good player at the top of the order. So I do expect that the Reds will score runs somehow in this series. I'm just not sure how exactly they're going to do it. Probably may have to wait until the middle innings if they can get into the bullpens. Not something that they specialize in doing necessarily. But listen, Roy Halladay did give up 13 hits in a game against the Reds this season. He also pitched really well in another game. So it's going to be interesting to see when you have this kind of great pitching against the league's #1 offense.
Philly's concern right now, is it their bullpen? I mean, is that the only thing that you can say, looking at this team, that's their weakness, their bullpen?
Jabari, I would narrow it down even beyond that. I'd say the left side of their bullpen, because you don't know about the physical condition of Romero. They're not as deep there as they'd like to be to counter Votto and Bruce, who are the Reds' left-handed hitters. But at the same time, Halladay and Oswalt and Hamels, they go deep into games, and they can go to Matz and go to Lidge. With those guys, the left-right thing is not as important. They should be okay.
Speaking of Lidge, is this the Brad Lidge that we're going to see in 2008, or the Brad Lidge of 2009, or the Brad Lidge who's been pitching of late, you know, pretty good? Which Brad Lidge are the Phillies going to see, the Phillies fans are going to see, you know, once this playoffs get underway?
Well, all you can expect right now is to see the guy that you've seen recently. And for 2 months, Brad Lidge has been excellent. So I would expect that he'll continue to be really good. Very few closers are perfect. Nobody's Mariano Rivera around here. But Brad Lidge, of late, has been pretty good and pretty close to where he was in 08.
Right. And obviously the Brad Lidge of 08 is the one that the Phillies fans would love to see. But who you got in this series? I mean, I know you said Phillies, but I mean, the Phillies, Kurt Schilling came out and said, listen, the Phillies are the team to beat. He doesn't see anybody messing with him. Who do you have in this series?
I had the Phillies, and I got them in 3. And I'm not saying the Reds can't win a game. They can win a game. And they can even win the series if things broke a certain way. But it just seems to me those 3 pitchers are going to be difficult to beat. The first 2 games are here. The Phillies play very well here. I don't see it. I'm trying to concoct scenarios of an upset, and it's not happening.
Yeah.
The Phillies are going to win this series, and then, to me, they are the favorites to win the entire thing right now.
I'm going to get you out of here on this because I don't know the last time. Next time I'm going to see you. I mean, you're the man in demand right now. Jason Worth, you know, beyond this season, what's going to happen with him? A lot of people are saying, listen, this is his last year out of here, but, you know, the Phillies can give him some money, but how much, that all depends. Do you see Jason Worth in a Phillies uniform next year?
I don't, and the fact that he's now represented by Scott Boras, one of the leading agents in the game,
that's price right there. That's
probably
money.
Seals it a little bit. But this is a team that has raised payroll over the last several years in response to the fan support and the revenues that they've generated. So it's not impossible, and they could trade another outfielder, perhaps Ibanez or Victorino, to try to keep Worth. In my mind, they do need to keep Worth because he's the right-handed threat in this lineup. But it's the way the game is played. He goes to free agency. He's going to want to be paid according to his market value, as we all would, and I would assume he's going to get it and get it elsewhere.
All right. Shame to see Jason Worth go, but what are you going to do, right? It's all the business.
Hey, Roy Halladay got here because it was business. He wanted to come only here, so it's the way the game works.
He took less money, though, to come here, though.
Yes, he did.
Ken Rosenthal, Fox Sports MLB analyst, Jabari Young, MainlineMediaNews.com. Mr. Rosenthal, I appreciate all your time.
Thanks, Jabari.
All right, enjoy the playoffs.
Thank you.